Hello everybody, Ian Robson here. Welcome back to an episode of County Line. Alright, so we got a couple things going on today. If you recall from the previous episode, we were working away on this field right here, doing a little bit of chaffing. And this tractor wants to be right in the middle there. Oops. Wants to be right in the middle and right in the way. There we go. He's going to figure out where he's going next here. I don't know why he wanted to go right into that tractor, but apparently he did, so... Oh, really? Come on now. Anyway, so I got that finishing up there. The other thing we have going on is over here. Probably can take this off so you see everything. We're just harvesting the other set of beans here, finally. That have been sitting here for quite a long time now. And I got the G.Skill just chilling out over here, ready to go. And I'm just about to move the truck into position over there. And then that should be rolling fairly well. But today what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and sell our front loader, our 8340, our Ford New Holland, and we're going to go ahead and why am I going this way? Oh well. Our 83, what is it? I can't remember the name of this one. This one right here, 8340, it was this one. So we're going to sell this, might as well just do it right now that I'm here. And we're going to pick up a telehandle. I forget who suggested this specifically, but I know a couple people have mentioned getting a telehandle as a good way, as the next step up, so let's go ahead and do that now. Let's go ahead and sell that. Sell the large bale forks here. Let's adjust again. Sell the front loader, yes. And sell the vehicle itself. Wow, $55,000 for that. That's not bad at all, actually. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at telehandles. Here we are. Or handlers. I apologize. So my favorite is still the New Holland here. So let's go ahead and purchase the New Holland. Yes. And we could get this, I suppose. I might as well. These are the big claws, so they should be able to pick up a couple bales. Let's go check out the New Holland here. There's a Merlot you can get too, actually, which isn't too bad, but my preference is still the New Holland. A lot of people like the JCB, but I like this one. There we go. I think Spud likes the New Holland a bit better. Or not the New Holland, he likes the JCB a bit better. There we go. So this basically just is like a big, what do you call it? Bale fork, basically. And just holds on to the bales. So if you get a larger number of bales or higher number of bales, it just makes it a bit easier. So let's get this guy set up to go back to the main farm here. It would be shop to the main farm. Let's go. We went on the shop cell loop. That's the one. Let's see where he gets. He might do a bit of a U-turn here. Luckily, these things are super maneuverable, so you shouldn't have a problem maneuvering around there. No, good. It's in traffic, apparently. There we go. It's funny, the way I have this set up right now, it's just kind of a little bizarre. Not too bizarre, but there it goes. It realizes where it's going now. I think it's just the turns I have it set up to do, so I haven't it set up to do like 2 headlands. Right now it's just doing the second headland there on course play, so that's why it's kind of bizarre. And then I also have the really? They're slipping? Oh, it's because it's F11. Well, that would do it, not F8. I know I have an F8 one too. F18, F8, overloader, there we are. My combine's probably almost full too. Let's go ahead and just do this manually, because apparently course play is not going to be able to make it on time. Just doing its first headland, looks like right here, so I'm gonna go ahead and get over there. Hopefully we'll get over there in time. I don't think any tractor driver would want to go through a field at 40 kilometers an hour, but that's what we're doing right now, basically. 97. If he makes the turn early enough, we should be able to meet it. Oh, there we go, perfect. Oh, just barely. There we go. Let's make sure we get that, get close enough here. There we go. Without destroying any of the crop is the real key here. Or getting in the combine's way. That's the other problem. There we go. Or without getting in the traffic's way apparently either. Apparently there's traffic here. One of the interesting things you can do though is you can make it up. I think you can set the course play up so it stops when it unloads as opposed to continues on. I believe that's an option. I personally like having it just drive on. There it goes. It's going to do its thing now. Perfect. Anyway, let's move this truck where it's supposed to be. Might as well go up here. Take a left turn up here, and then we'll go back down that road. Get to see a little town here. I think they did a really good job in this town, actually. Every time I drive through it, it's kind of like a nice little town. Alright. Just playing a little bit of American Truck Simulator last night. It's kind of funny because it's like, this is like, you know, similar, but like really different at the same time. And they actually have doubles in there now, too, so. Turning left, and we'll make it to the field. Anyways, I'll see you in the field. Alright, just positioning the semi-truck here. I guess this is fine here. Let's see where he goes. He should stop in position there once he's ready. And that Steiger should be good, I think. He's going to stop right here, hopefully. There we go. The Steiger should roll around there. Waiting for the combine now, so this was the last point. I think that's why it came here specifically. So if we request the driver, he'll probably come all the way over here. By the time he gets over here, we'll probably need him here anyway. So, all right, let's go over and head over to the. This guy's doing all right. Let's head over to this guy right here. Let's put him in group 3 because that is where the other tractor was. And we'll just drive him over to the animal farm here. There we go. Yeah, I don't know why, but this is my favorite little telehandler. Does a pretty good job for most things. So apparently left some equipment out in the field. I'll have to clean that up. All right, just made it to the dairy farm here. And we need to grab some of these bales because our mixer is done. Let's see if we can get what's the width of this? Can we get 3 in here? That would be kind of interesting if we get 3. Oh, looks like you can. Wow. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. Let's see what we get here. Oh, that didn't grab them nearly as well as I thought it was going to. No. It's still 4. That's not bad, actually. I don't know if this little telehandler will be able to do this without tipping over. Just a thought. What's that, 4 bales? How heavy is 4 bales? There we go. And now that this is done, we can change this over to left control and delete, because that's really annoying when you press left control to do something with the front loader and you end up having that pop up. So if you want to avoid that, what I just did is probably the easiest way of doing it. So alright, let's grab some more of these bales. Actually, what I could do is this. I wonder if this will work with the claws. I'm assuming it won't, but it'll be funny if it did. Oh, I got 2. No. Doesn't really hold them. Alright. Not a perfect system, apparently. But it works still. I know some people really don't like this. They really don't like this particular attachment, because they find it doesn't work very well for them, but it works well for the most part for me. There we go. It's good. We need to get some more straw in there too. We're still waiting on those oats to be ready so we can drop some of those straw and make some straw bales. So apparently we're missing that now. Alright. Let's grab this bale right here. There we go. Could probably grab 2 or 3 maybe, but... And you can grab, I like to grab them from the side actually, so like you can come in and just pierce them from like this side over here sometimes, which works really well. There we go. Gotta keep this running. So really, this particular thing is meant more for squares than for round, but obviously you saw it works for round bales too, so the reason why it works so well with squares is you can pick up a whole stack very easily. So you can come in, just go yoink, and pick up a stack of 3. Let's see if it's going to attach. That's not too bad, I guess. So it's meant for that. So if you get a stack of 4, you could probably pick up 4 with this pretty easily too. But for the most part, this is it's funny, it's having a harder time with these 3 squares. What if I, just curious to see whether having it detect those extra bales or not was what difference it made. So like when I move the little claws in and it grabbed the extra bales, it seemed like that might have caused the extra problem there. So curious. I'm just gonna grab some straw bales here, and I'll show you what I was talking about before. So like, the way these are stacked right now is the way I end up picking them up, so like that, just from the side there. And you can grab a couple bales relatively easily that way, I find at least. There we go. And you get 2 at a time, so it's not too bad. But of course squares are still better in that regards. There we go. Let's put the squares over here. Squares. Straw bales in there. Maybe a couple more. Keep that running properly. How much do we have left over? 70,000. Okay, so it's working right now. Wasn't sure if we had a lot in there or not. And you can even pick them up from the top row like that too. And it's relatively easy. It's funny. As I fill up this TMR mix, I realize how much straw we have, how much little straw we have left. We have just this little bit here, and it's only early autumn, so hopefully, hopefully we'll be good for the winter, because we definitely will have to bail out some straw for the cows for the winter, so and for the mixer as well, I suppose too. So, all right, TMR mixer is pretty much full here. Looks like the Steiger's having a bit of trouble with these headlands here. Just because the shape of this field, it's just a little area right here that's giving him trouble, because the way the combine's going, it's going like around in a circle, and it's creating havoc for this Steiger. Really? It's either I'm too close or I'm too far away every single time, apparently. There we go. Try and maintain that a little bit there. So hopefully we don't run into no, the problem is, the hard part is trying to do this, because what's happening is the combine's kind of moving towards me or away from me depending on what it's doing with its headland, and that's making it a little more difficult. Anyways, let's unload this. I guess we could wait till the combine gets to the end here, and it starts on this straightaway. Alright, looks like the combine made its turn up here. We'll go ahead and unload it while we're by the trucks, and then get it going on. So it's not doing too bad a job actually. So with the headlands, this is what it looks like. Once it goes like once it actually goes and gets the rest of the field, that's where it gets a little bizarre in terms of just the direction they chose. But it's the shape of the field. Basically trying to make sure they get enough of all the field as best as possible. But in order to do that, they had to kind of go in a very bizarre way. So it's basically going like this across the field, going up and down there like that. So There we go. Let's go unload this into the combine here, or onto the combine, into the semi-truck here. So let's lift the pipe up a little bit so you don't crush it against anything. There we go. Nice. I do like this overloader. Works really well. At least in my opinion. Maybe not everyone agrees with me, but I like it, so. There were overloaders like this in FS 13 and 15, I want to say, too, actually. They weren't nearly as good as this one. You know, that's the difference between what Giants does sometimes. Well, at least in 15 and 17, that's what Giants did. It's you know, a lot better than what they did in 13, for example. And like the differences is huge in terms of the vanilla equipment. So it's pretty surprising when you actually see it. See it in comparison, I should say. So how full is the truck? Does it say? Oh, that one's full. Okay. Didn't realize it was quite that full. All right. Crazy. Alright, so we're going to give a hand to the forge harvester over here. Help him finish up this job over here. Because apparently the course by driver is having a bit of trouble for some strange reason. I think that's what's happening is it's driving just a little bit past where the combine's gone. And that's creating problems with detection, I think. Let's see. Like he's right beside him in the right place, but just not like in the right place. See, the pipe's kind of turned around. I don't know what the deal is there. So, there we go. We're going to follow behind this truck right here. Apparently we're following the... that's fine. We'll follow the combine for the time being. And we'll wait for that trailer to be full. It should be... oh, it's pretty full already, actually. Didn't realize it was quite that full already. It's like 70-80% already, so. Switch over to this right here. Once that trailer leaves, we'll just pop in here. Someone suggested getting another trailer on the back, hooking up another trailer, another 8-hook lift trailer, but I just don't have another one laying around. And backing it up would be infinitely more annoying with that style of trailer as well. Those will definitely keep the ball, you know, at least the field rolling, because apparently the course by driver, I think what's happening, it's just the way he's maneuvering or something. It's making it more difficult for the course by driver to recognize that, hey, it's right there, sort of thing. So the pipe's not swinging all around, all that jazz. So almost full here. Looks like the other New Holland hasn't quite finished its run yet either. It's always funny when that happens. You're like, okay, I'm like, maybe it'll be quicker this way, but just due to the way the system works. So if I had like 2 or 3 trucks, it would probably be. It still wouldn't be that much faster because you still have to wait for all of them to dump first. And that's where the problem probably most likely lies. Like if I had it set up so it just drove through, now of course that'd be quicker, but then you'd run into problems with the tractor getting stuck, most likely. So that's the problem you will inevitably run into in that situation. So that's the reason why I have it set up so it's just backing up there. Okay, perfect, it's backing up right now. Alright. We'll not get in its way. There we go. Massfocus is doing a good job leveling that out. There we go. As you can see, these BGAs must be, or these bunkers must be from something else, because they're pretty. They look so weird in this. Well, as you can see, the ground's a bit different. I don't know if that's intentional or not, but. So there's the Ford unloading there. Of course, that's done with course play automatically. Does a great job when it works properly. When it doesn't work properly, that's when you run into annoying problems. Alright, let's back up in here as well. Let's see if we can't get a bit further back here. Oops. There we go. Drive forward here a little bit. Now the cool thing is course play will actually automatically drive forward too, if there's no space for it, so I think that's kind of a really neat little function that they added. Should we look at the rest of it there? Oh really? Come on now. There we go. It's gonna say, like, it's a little tiny little bit there. Get this out of its way. That Mass Ferguson should go back to work soon. Should be in the keyword here, of course. once it realizes it can move. Yeah, there it goes. Let's take a look at what it's doing here. So this is it dropping the blade, getting the appropriate level here. And then as you can see, it just pushes it back. And then it's going to go all the way down back to the edge of the what happens is it pushes it back all the way until there's nothing left in the, like that basically, and then it'll go forward and then do the same thing and just level it out and keep pushing it back. You eventually end up with this little hump in the back, but that's fine. It's pretty darn good still. So if you're wondering which version this is version 5.01.00185. It's the current version still, or the version I'm using. I should say my current version, not to say the current version of Courseplay, because it may have updated again since last I played, or last I looked. So that is entirely possible as well. All right, is that Ford doing its job this time? Looks like it is. Yes, it is this time. Perfect. Excellent. We'll swing in behind him there and just wait for that guy to finish up. And then we will continue on. So, anyways, folks, I'm going to leave it there. Next time we'll probably come around and we will buy maybe a big mower. We'll see what happens. And until then, my friends. Until then, my name is Iain Robson. Hope you had a good time and enjoyed yourself. And if you like what you saw, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for some more Farm Sim action. Catch you guys later.